so I'm back. So I'm assuming this large mountain in front of us is Brunson Peak. I'm almost positive of it. I'm almost positive. So we're just coming around these turns here, doing about 25, 30 miles an hour. While over here we're gonna go a little slower. This is wow, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Yep, always ready, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's Brunson Peak. That was pretty cool. But yeah, there's quite a bit to see in here. We're trying to make our way to Yellowstone Lake. You know, we want to get around. Well, there's Ice Lake, there's Yellowstone Lake. See if we can get around all of that and head out to West Yellowstone to our next stop, hotel. I think we got quite a ways to go. So I think it's about 35 miles just to Yellowstone Lake from here. You know, we want to go to the fountain too there, whatever it's called. Let's see.
New text message from Walter Neighbor.
There you go. Thanks, Walter Neighbor. Appreciate that. Okay, what's that called down here? The
Old Faithful.
Oh, Old Faithful. That's it. Old Faithful. That's where we want to get to see. All right, we're going to keep traveling this road because I'm sure, you know, there's just stops along to get some pictures of the scenery, of which we have thousands. I say thousands. So we're going to march on. We'll see you down the road a bit. All right. So we decided to take a little stop here. I had to put my my muff on the microphone because it's so windy. But we just wanted to catch that little waterfall up here. It's pretty cool. Wanted to catch that for you. Get the little stream coming down. And that's really about it. And this is just like a big gorge here. Pretty much all it is. You can see this is what we're looking at here. Yeah, definitely going up the mountains. Got the rocks here. Got all this here. This is crazy stuff. Man, it looks, I tell you what, rocks fall here. You can see it, they're loose. All right, we're gonna head up the hill here. So I guess this is the peak, Brunson's Peak. All right, so we'll shut it down for a second. All right, so we're still traveling in Yellowstone, seeing some really cool stuff here along the way. We still have some ways to go to get to Yellowstone Lake. We're trying to go to the east side of the lake and come around it to this, you know, down to the south end of it, and then back up north and to the west. So that's the plan. So we have maps. In between, there's just a lot of forest, a lot of open range. Never know what you're going to see, never know what you're going to hit. Yeah, we periodically just stop off, let some cars by. A lot of traffic in here, actually. But not as bad as I thought. I thought it would be just lines and lines of cars. But it's a pretty big place, so you could pretty much spread them out. All right, so we're just going to keep on headed down this road. You can see the beauty of it. It's really just a lot of forest like we've seen before. Until we get around the lake, then I'm sure that's going to be pretty. And maybe there'll be a bunch of stop-offs. We'll get out, maybe just walk around a little bit around the lake and see what the deal is. All right, so hang in there with us. I'm sure there's more to see. Okay, so what we have here is what they call the Roaring Mountain. As you can see, all the steam coming out. So that's not something you want to go climbing up because it's probably real hot. They say it's very dangerous to even walk out here because even underneath the ground, you never know, you could step on something and it could be very, very hot. So this is kind of cool. Just wanted to give you a little shot of this while we're here. Very interesting stuff, very interesting. This is something you don't get to see every day, so this is pretty neat. All right, gonna grab a couple of pictures and move on. Okay, so now we went down a whole bunch of miles and we're headed down this little walkway to what's called the Frying Pan Spring. So this should be pretty interesting. Mo's in front of me. She's looking for wildlife. She thinks she hears something in there. Shh. I think if they... Oh, watch your step. Oh, we got a board out of place here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow, you could feel the heat. Frying Pan Spring. All right, I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that. But this Yellowstone is crazy. Mo's waiting for something to pop out of the woods. She's on her toes. So this is pretty cool. So this is, wow, look at it bubble. That is insane. That's how hot this water is. That it's just bubbling. You could feel the heat. Crazy. Crazy. That's why they call it Frying Pan Lake. Let me get in here and get a shot. Yeah. It's amazing how hot this water is. Oh, I could feel the heat coming off of it. It is totally insane. The smoke. I never saw water bubble like that out in the open like this. Insane. Insane. That's all I could say. All right, so we got to see Frying Pan Spring. I'm going to grab a couple of pictures and, you know, we'll hop back in the car and on our way. Well, I started walking back and I got this one little puddle here just bubbling. Just bubbling like crazy. Holy moly. That's all I got to say. Anyway, just give you a little picturesque view of what we're dealing with here. A lot of little noises in the woods. Sounds like a loud cricket. There's something in there. Okay, that's cool. All right, let me get a picture of this little bubble thing here. All right, we're out of here for a minute. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Oh, no. That's just a dragonfly. Okay, so we made our first turn, headed to Canyon Village, which is going to hopefully take us around the east side of Yellowstone Lake, going south, and then around the bottom of the lake, and then back up to Old Faithful, and to the west side of Yellowstone, and out towards Idaho Falls. That's the plan today, so let's see how far we get, how long it takes. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're here. We pulled into this, what they call Canyon Village. So we're probably going to do a little walking around and see what this all brings. It's, yeah, we found a spot pretty quick, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, got a grocery souvenir, general store, got a little fountain and grill, some stuff on the other side I can't see from here. Got a bear spray rental place, so if you want to get some bear spray. But I don't plan on getting out of the car to go near any bears, so that's the deal for me. Anyway, this is Canyon Village, cute little village. We have a little snack and stuff like that, and that's about it, as you can see in the background. So that's it. Like I said, the general store, little fountain grill. Naturally, you gotta have a souvenir shop. I mean, come on. Yeah, they gotta make money somehow. Anyway, parking lot is pretty crowded. So we're here just to take a quick break, and then we're gonna head down to Old Faithful and around Yellowstone Lake. So we'll check back in a little while. So we've finally hit the beginning of Yellowstone Lake, which is on the left. And we're just gonna cruise around it, get some stop-offs, get some pictures, maybe see if there's any kind of trails or anything where we could go for a little walk. So we'll check that out in a little bit. I'm going to pull over here, let this guy get ahead of me. Everybody wants to do 100 miles an hour. I don't know why. I don't know where they're going. They must be going home. It's crazy. You know, I mean, it's so pretty in here. But basically, maybe there's maybe about 10 different spots where you could really go and hang out. A lot of them, people have boats. They want to go out and see the boats. We'll go down a little bit. We're just catching the beginning of it. So that's that. But it's very pretty. All right, we'll keep on chugging along. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, we're still traveling around the lake. Saw a couple of buffalo all by the loads themselves. No packs. No nothing. Just all quiet on the waterfront out here. I don't know. People just sit out here just to, I don't know what they're looking for. Just driving around, driving through the park. I mean, it's pretty. Not like the other parks though. But we're trying, I guess now we're just going to try to get the Old Faithful. I'm sure that's going to be pretty crowded, so we'll see what that's all about. That should be pretty cool. Probably out there for a while, and we're pretty much out of, be headed out to West Yellowstone. All right. Let's chug along down this road, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we found another little sulfur stream here, so we're going to go check that out and see what that's all about. We're just going to march on down this road a little bit. I'm going to swing the camera around so we can get a little better look. I bet if I went down here, I'd probably get a better look.
We're driving down the road and we're getting
But
close to Ginny Lake.
We'll see what it's all about. So I'm going to spin this camera around, and you can see where we are, what we're looking at, and oh wow, crazy stuff here. Now we're going to bring it up a little bit further. See if we get through these people here.
No, he's in a camper. He's in a camper, isn't it now?
So this is, oh wow, poof. So you could see what we see. Man, you could hear it. You can actually hear the bubbles and see the steam. It's pretty cool. It's like gray, hot mud. See all the holes in the ground, just all from the heat. And it seems like it's always in one spot. It's really weird. Phew, and it stinks. Man. Oof, and the smell is really strong. You can't take too much of that. But that's pretty cool stuff. But we're gonna walk down here. There's another pool actually. Man, there's just a bunch of holes. And it's crazy. And then you got trees growing, 30, 40, 50 yards away. It's kind of insane, We're going to get through, see if we can see what we can see down here. Just get around this group a little bit.
There's like a whirlpool over there, like a little one.
Yeah. Just got to be patient. Everybody kind of walks in front of you. And that's another bubbly, muddy hole. Let's see if I can get a little further on the tail end of this. You can actually see the bubbles coming out. Just got to come down this trail a little bit more. Oh yeah, there you go. That's crazy bubbles, man. That's some crazy stuff down there. Oof. Not exactly your favorite swimming hole. All right, so we've seen enough. Here's another big hole in the background, and it's crazy, surrounded by the trees, which grow 50 feet away. It's amazing. I don't know if they drink the water. Really weird. All right, gonna get a few pictures now, so we'll try them out, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so now we're at another deal here. We caught ourselves a bison. That is a bison. That's pretty cool. I don't want to get too close. That's about as good as I'll get. It's you know, they can get pretty ornery, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, people want to get up close, and then when they charge, they run like hell, screaming, "Run for your lives!" There you go. I've seen them at the zoo. All right. I've seen enough of that. Seen one, seen 100. Well, look at all the people coming to see one little bison. All right, back to the car. All right, yeah, well, we finally hit the lake. So now we're at the beginning of Lake Yellowstone. That thing is tremendous, a tremendous lake. And I guess we're gonna go around it quite a bit. Yeah, it's a tremendous lake. I thought so. I didn't think that little river was it. Got people camping up here to the right, right in the woods. They're nuts. Yeah. And my daughter Tiffany, she would do that. I don't know. Not with all the wild animals roaming around. Not my biggest thing. But anyway, you can see the lake all on the left. It's way to the left. I mean, it's huge. Really huge. All right. We got some good shots, so we're going to keep on trucking. We got about 37 miles or so to Old Faithful. That's our next trip. All right, we'll see you there. And here we have Yellowstone Lake. Very windy here. A huge lake. And it goes on pretty, it's a gigantic lake. Very pretty, as you can see, the water is choppy. Pretty windy out here. Just wanted to give you a good view of what it's like here in Yellowstone. So this is Yellowstone Lake, a massive lake. Now we're still about 30 miles out from Old Faithful, so we'll get to it. So we're just about at the Old Faithful geyser, just trying to get in.
It's either way.
Yeah, okay. Either way. We got trying to find parking for Old Faithful. I'm sure it's going to be pretty crowded, so I'm sure we're going to have to park and do a little bit of walking. So we'll just truck on down this road a little ways, probably about half a mile or so, and that's it. And hopefully we can find some parking, and then we'll have to get out and walk. So until then, we'll check out, and we'll get back in a few minutes as soon as we get some spots. All right, so it looks like we made it to Old Faithful. We just got the car parked. That wasn't too difficult. Caught a guy going out. So we're going in, and we'll get a head in there and see what the deal is. You know, get some films, pictures. Man, it's crowded here. This must be the deal. Anyway, let's get down there and we'll check back in a few minutes. Okay, so we finally found ourselves a good little bench to sit on. We got a couple of young girls in front of us. We're just waiting to see what happens with this geyser here. Hopefully it shoots off soon. They said sometimes it can take up to 45 minutes. So we'll hang in there. Okay, patiently waiting for Old Faithful to get going here. Oh, and there she goes. It's getting started. So this should be pretty interesting. I just want to get a good look at it, get a good shot of it. Oh, wow, this thing goes pretty high. Wow, look at that thing go. That is one awesome sight. Wow, look at this. It's still going up. Higher and higher. Wow, look at the steam coming out. Very strong and powerful, man. Wow, that is so cool. Well, I'm kind of glad we got a good shot of it here. It's not something you get to see every day. And she's still going strong. Wow, I got quite the force coming out of that little peephole, as I call it. But I tell you, man, a strong, strong gush. And it's still going. I'm surprised it's lasted this long. That is, man, that's one sight. This was definitely worth the trip to come and see the Old Faithful geyser here at Yellowstone National Park. That is pretty awesome. Now I'm just going to sit back and just keep my eye on it, and it's still going. All right, it looks like it's starting to dissipate a little bit. So it looks like the show is just about to end, and we'll just call it off for now. And wow, that was pretty cool. All right, let's hang in there. Still more to see yet. Hold on. That was it.
Cool. Very nice. Hey, at least it worked.
Success.
Woo! All right. Oh, that was pretty cool.
All righty. So we got a good show of the geyser. I think it lasted about a minute and a half or so. That was pretty cool. We're going to take a walk around the whole environment now, and then we got to get back. We're getting a little tired. We're getting hungry. You know, we're no spring chickens anymore. We're more like a fall cow. You know. So anyway. Hang in there. We're going to get around here and see what we find and maybe film a little bit more. See you in a bit. Alright, so we're just continuing another big walk around the complex to see what we see. I think we've pretty much seen it all, but we're going to do the whole walk. Got some pretty cool stuff out here. So we just want to grab a little bit of film here. See if that works for us. Pretty cool, pretty cool. There we go. All right, everybody stop over here to see something. I don't know what. But look at the colors of that. That's weird. Guess we gotta get a picture of that. All right, let me come over this kid's head. Alrighty, gotta get over his head, a little chingo. Pay attention. All right.
They just walk, not paying attention.
All righty, honey. Oh yeah, there you go. I see the little bubble there. There you go, little bubbling water. You have a tea bag handy? Let's see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's clear. At least that water is clear. We see some really nasty water.
That's pretty.
I like
In your backyard.
Look at the colors.
Yeah, don't you just want to go in? I know.
Yeah.
I've been into a house.
Alrighty.
It was nice and
Yeah,
warm.
Live
All right, let me get a picture of this here. Let me just scroll over here. See if I can get in here, get a little shot of this bubbly water here. All right, make haste, make haste. No, just kidding, man. Just kidding, man. Just kidding. Here we go. I want to catch some bubbles. That is so cool. There you got your river. Look at all that colors. All right, I'm going to get a couple of pictures and we'll check out for now. All right, I'm thinking that wraps up Yellowstone for today. So we're headed back to the car and to the hotel in West Yellowstone. It's late, you know, after 4 o'clock. We had a long day. We're on the road since 8:30 this morning, so since 6:30 actually. You're right. My bad. Lost track of time. Anyway, all right, trying to make my way out. Hopefully we find the car and we'll head out of here. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool watching the geyser go up. Waited long enough. All right, so we're going to check out for now and we'll see you on the road. Okay, so we wrapped up Yellowstone for the day. We were out here for about 8.5 hours. Man, you need a few days in here. It's crazy good, but you know, it's crowded because you know a lot of people stay here. Yeah, you have lodges, you have RV parks, you have camping. You know, there's a couple of things we missed today. We would have definitely liked to see the Yellowstone Canyon, but we couldn't even get in there. It was so crowded and so backed up, and we got there early. So definitely need a few days here, and there's certain things you need to come real early in the morning. But outside of that, we had a great day. You know, it's getting late now. It's what do we got here? It's 4:30 in the afternoon. So we've been out here since 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning. So we're good. So we're gonna check out for the day. Get to the hotel, go have dinner, and call it a night. And tomorrow we'll be headed to Idaho Falls. So that should be interesting. I heard that's a pretty cool town too. So until then, keep your shirts on and we'll see you in the morning.